When I was running to serve you as your state representative in Topeka, I promised you that my top priority was going to be bringing jobs and opportunity back here to Leavenworth. When I took office a year ago, this town was in a death spiral. More and more businesses were leaving our downtown, and they were leaving these empty historic buildings. And these old buildings, when they're not in service all the time, they deteriorate very rapidly. Because there are fewer businesses downtown, there are few people coming downtown to shop, and because there weren't any customers, businesses were closed more hours, and they were closed more days, and that just discouraged people from coming down here even more. Our town was going to die if we didn't do something. This year, when I went back to Topeka, I filed the Historic Kansas Act. That bill incentivizes developers to restore these old buildings and get the commercial properties back into service with small businesses that are growing jobs and growing our economy. It also created incentives to develop the empty upstairs in a lot of our old buildings and get loft apartments in them, so we'd have more and more people living downtown, shopping and dining. Finally, it created incentives for banks, our local banks, to reinvest in these properties because they're really expensive and they're risky because you never know how much you're going to be spending until you get into these projects. This bill was passed by both houses of the legislature and is on its way to signature by Governor Kelly. And I'm certain that once it's signed and it's enacted, it's going to create a positive feedback loop. We're going to have more and more businesses in our downtown, and it's going to attract more people to come back downtown to shop and dine. We're going to have more loft apartments, so we're going to have more people living downtown to frequent these businesses. Pretty soon, the streets are going to be bustling again, and we're going to have people clamoring to get into these commercial properties so that they can establish businesses, so they can grow jobs and make money. And we're going to have people clamoring to live in those loft apartments because this is going to be where all the dining and all the amenities are. You know, that's not all there is to do. We've got a lot of other work that we got to get done if we're going to bring jobs and opportunity back to Leavenworth. First, we got to get all those folks that are sitting on the sidelines and not in jobs back into the economy, building their lives, but also building Leavenworth and building its economy. We've got a crushing property tax problem, not just for homeowners, but also for business owners. We got to get more of that money back in the pockets of business owners so they're growing their businesses, hiring people, and growing our economy. If I have the honor of your vote to continue to serve you in Topeka, that's exactly what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to continue to keep my promises to you, and I'm going to continue to get results for Leavenworth.